Let's do it.
This is the WeakLEE Podcast. My guest with me tonight is somebody I watched grow up from a youngin'. One of Darius and Bryce's close friends. My boy Kobe.
How y'all doing?
Tell people about yourself.
Kobe.
What's up, y'all? Kobe, assistant men's basketball coach at Dillard University. I'm also the city director in New Orleans for Pro Skills Basketball. And I also am an instructor for Point Guard College during the summers. So very basketball-oriented man.
Resume.
Yeah, we're going to talk about basketball. My favorite sport. Should be Bryce's favorite sport, but you suck.
It is my favorite sport, but yeah, I don't have to play it. I can direct it.
Right.
Yeah.
But how did you get introduced to basketball?
Really started from birth.
Yeah.
My dad gave me the name Kobe Jordan Robinson. Like, everybody hears that, they automatically be like, "Oh yeah, you was meant for this."
Yeah.
But, aside from that, I started playing basketball at 3. That was the first team I was on, and then from there, I've been playing ever since. I mean, damn near my whole life, literally. Yeah. Like, just been playing basketball. Everything I know is because of basketball.
Right.
So that's how I was introduced.
Yeah, my dad introduced me too.
Yeah, how?
Well, I started when I was 6. Yeah, I would play in the league in Metairie. And I used to take all the shots. Because, like, I was the only black dude on that team. So
was your dad your first coach?
Mm-hmm. I think all of us moved like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I don't know. Because I can see it from both ways. Like, I guess being on this side now, having, like, parents coach their kids, being that first touch through basketball, that's more like a genuine interaction, and that helps the kids love it more. But also from the other side of seeing, like, what the parents didn't coach and they let their kids learn from somebody else and how that affected them through their career, like, growing up and stuff like that. I see both ways, but I think for me, having that parent first, that's probably one of the better. You think that's better? I think just from where I stand, yeah, I think so.
I'm starting to realize, like, or look at, like, the older I got, the more I started not listening to my dad. And I'd be paying more attention to what another person say rather than what my parents say. We don't listen to our parents.
Yeah.
So it's like, I ain't listening to that. You don't really know, but they do be knowing. But we just don't be believing it.
All right, so I heard you say that you was coaching Drew. Do you feel like y'all bond a little bit more, though?
Oh, for sure.
That's why I feel like...
I think the parent more so is supposed to be like the gateway to the love of it.
Yeah.
And then you go learn a technical. I mean, your parent could teach you the technical in a sense, but your parents supposed to, I guess, establish the love for the game first. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to start at.
Yeah, when they introduce you to it.
Right.
Because like he said, it's supposed to be like a bond, like the bonding from it is what turns it into the love of the game and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But KD didn't have his dad around, so it might not be true.
Oh, LeBron neither. Huh?
LeBron neither.
And they turned out just fine.
They turned out to be basketball geniuses.
But they used it as the movie, like, all right, he ain't in my life. I got to go harder. Yeah. He got to see me. He got to feel me.
But do you think people really look at it like that?
Oh, I think once they get older, if they develop that chip, like, yeah. If not, no, most people don't really see it like that, to me.
Yeah. So the older you got, you didn't feel like you had to do better to outdo what your dad thought you were going to be?
All right, so my dad coached me all the way up till I was 12. And I used to hate, like, by the time I got to like 9, 10 years old, and I had that standard set on me, I used to hate going home with him after games, but I didn't do good. So like, I think that around that age, that's when I started to understand kind of more like, okay, this is why he got this standard on me, because he's coached me up to this point. So he knows what I can do. And then after that, I started playing for like a lot of other people, like a lot of other coaches, and it just wasn't the same as being coached by my dad. Not to say that in a bad way, just I'm saying those coaches, they weren't as, I'm gonna put this
less pressure.
Yeah, it wasn't as much pressure.
Yeah.
And so I think that allowed me to grow in a different way than what it was by being coached by my dad up to that age. But I think overall, I think how my dad kept coaching me up to maybe like up to high school, I think I probably would have been a different player, like a whole different player.
Would have been better?
Yeah, I think so.
So you don't think the pressure they put on you would have had you like be like, nah, I don't want to play no more?
No, not me. Like my little brother is different.
Yeah.
We raised different and we kind of got different mentalities. Not for him. But for me, I think that probably would have made me a little bit better. Because it was always so much weighing on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And I could live up to that at that age, coming up at that age, I could live up to that.
And that's one thing that I'm trying to navigate or see exactly how to do it. Because I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm doing too much. But at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm doing too little. Because my dad, he somewhat did too little with me and did too enough with Darren. Because he didn't know back when I was playing.
Right.
How big it could be or where we could really go. But when Darius came up, that's when he was like, okay, you got to play AAU, you got to work hard, you got to train with this person to be able to be seen, then to make it to the next level. But with me, it was just high school ball.
Right.
But you don't get no looks with high school ball. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, especially not in Louisiana.
Right. And then, when you see a lot of successful people that was raised with their dads pushed them throughout the whole way for them to be successful. So it's like, do you overdo it? Or do you lean back and let them fall into place as they go?
I think now it's kind of different because you got so many different options. Like now there's, the saying, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Like in basketball, you can get it out so many ways, and there's so many places where people can go to train, people can go and, learn the games from stuff like YouTube. Like the resources are there for them to learn it now. Now it's just about being put in front of the right people and the right resources to get you where you want to go.
Right.
So I think with that being said, like you said, it was coming up, it was playing AAU, it was playing in this tournament, going to this camp and doing all of that to get the exposure, which now you just got to put a video out on Twitter, put a video out on Instagram.
Right.
And it's out there.
And then if you go to the right AAU games or tournaments, then it's like, you really getting looked now.
Yeah.
Then they send it to this person, that person, then now all of a sudden you rank, then you probably ain't that good.
Yeah. But I think that's not always good in the right case. Because a lot of kids now, they getting a lot of exposure without the development. So like they be getting exposed early. Like they got 10-year-olds that got highlight tapes.
Right.
All right, let's see what
you see how good he could dribble than everybody else.
Let's see what that kid be in 3 years if he's still gonna be as talented.
Right.
I don't know. It's bad right now. The landscape of basketball is bad right now.
I definitely just watched the video of in Charlotte. It was a 6th grade basketball game, and the gym was packed out. Like it was in there.
Right.
Like it was like it gets serious out there. Like dude was out there.
6th grade.
He was playing like he literally was a god already. Like you could literally see him playing like you could tell he literally think he famous. Like he made it to the league in his brain already at 6th grade.
It'd be like a popularity contest.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like think about it. In 6th grade, I was playing at Ottoman. Man, we had the reversible jerseys. Everybody rode on the bus. Like that's not the culture of basketball, not at that age. And that scares me. That scares me for what's to come.
But they've been saying that for years, though. They was like AAU basketball to turn into just highlight basketball. Like they don't. Yeah. It's just dunking, making people fall, deep threes. That's about it. And the little kids trash talking each other like the Latina, the little white boys. The little white boys are going crazy.
But how did basketball change your life?
I think that I wouldn't even say it changed my life. I'd say it just shaped my life. Like, because like I said, all I've known is basketball for my whole life. So on the weekends, I'm in the gym somewhere doing something. Just principles that I took away, like the discipline, like work ethic. Like I really got those things from basketball. So I think that's how I say it really shaped my life and molded me into always having like a plan or a direction of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to go in. Because I always knew you can't have one without the other. Like I wasn't going to have basketball without school, or I wasn't going to go to college. Like for me, I knew I wasn't going to go to college and not be involved in some type of basketball.
Yeah.
Like whether it was playing, whether if I was going to college, be a manager. Like I knew I was going to college and going to be something with basketball.
Right.
So that's how I say it just shaped my life. Just really just giving me something to always be motivated and look forward to.
Because I can say that's why I dropped out. Because I wasn't playing.
Because you wasn't playing. That's, yeah.
Because that was my motivation to finish high school. And, and my dad always told me, it was like, I had y'all playing basketball for you to finish school. And I was like, it made sense because if you don't make the grades, you ain't going to play.
What I'm doing it for.
Yeah. But basketball really had me, if y'all ain't realize, everybody I know is from basketball. Mm-hmm. Everybody. And everybody has different phases of life. People branch off doing different things, but everything comes back down to me growing up playing basketball. That's how I met everybody. That's how I knew everybody.
Yeah.
As I'm known in the city like that.
So. Same thing. Like a lot of people that I know, it's all because I done played either with them, against them. I done seen them play somewhere or, you know, being in the role that I'm in now. They know me through that. Like I said, that's how me and Brian had got together.
Yeah.
Because he was training a kid, or he worked with a kid that I was coming in to recruit. I took over that kid. Like I started coaching him. He made sure that kid was always straight, and me and him just connected. Now we got our relationship, but through basketball. So
exactly. How did you become a coach at Dillard?
All right, so this is the story on how I got to Dillard.
Yeah.
2023 Final Four in Houston. I was coaching prep school at the time. I knew who was the assistant coach at Dillard before. He had just left. And I knew who the coach was. I knew what he looked like. So at the Final Four, they have these conventions and, you know, like all the coaches go in these conferences. So me and the head coach from Dillard are in the same conference. So I wait, like I'm like, oh, this is my opportunity.
Yeah.
So after it's over with, I walk up to him, I introduce myself, tell him who I am, you know, give my background. And I'm like, yeah, I'm interested in your assistant coaching position. And he was like, how you know that's open? And I was like, well, I know Coach Gray, who just left. Like, I know he just left. I'm interested in it. And he was like, and you think you qualified to be my assistant? I was like, yeah. Cool. Gave him my number. Got back to the city a week later. I shot him a text, you know, thanking him for meeting him. And I'm looking forward to talking to him. Bro, he interviewed me for like a month of talking on the phone. I was going and have lunch with him every few weeks. So a month later, like I said, I've been going through this. I took another prep school job down in Florida. I had called them on a Tuesday, told them I was going to come work over there. He calls me on that Friday. It's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and hire you. And I was like, I already took another job.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me a few days to think about it. I knew right then and there I was going to switch because salary at a college and back at the college level or going to coach prep school. So that's how I got on at Dillard. I just walked up to him, introduced myself, told him who I was. You know, obviously throughout the interview process, I had to show him that I was capable of doing, you know, the job. And I showed him I had all the connections in Louisiana that he needed. And that's how we got here.
Yeah.
So that was cool. No official application.
I'm proud of you with that, man.
Yeah.
For real though, because that's some serious courage doing that though.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do your research, be well prepared. Like that was one of the first questions he asked me was, what do you know about me?
Yeah.
Like, who asked that?
Right.
Like, I'm trying to interview for the job. What do I need to know about you? But I knew that. Like, I knew who he coached for. I knew, you know, all his background information because I had done my research on him before. And so that was, once he hired me, that was one of the first things he told me. He was like, when you was able to tell me my background, like that showed me that you had already been planning this. So like,
yeah, for sure.
This is something that obviously like you want. And I did want it because before that I was already coaching out of college. I was only there for one semester. And then that was it. I wasn't coaching in college no more. So I had a desire to get back in college anyway. Right. And once that Dillard opportunity, you know, opened up and it came, I knew that was something that I could do and something that I could excel at. So I had to go get it.
What's the difference in Dillard and prep school?
So
college level.
Oh, my bad. So the difference, with prep school and the college level is at the prep school level, you don't have to worry about the academics as much. I mean, you do. So like the prep school that I was at, Sean Dumas Academy, it was based out in New Orleans, right? So I had all players who had already graduated high school. Yeah. And I had some of them taking college classes. And they were taking them online. So, I'm not micromanaging them. Y'all handle y'all school on your own. Yeah. But at Dillard, you got to be responsible for everybody, their academics. Right. Like, I need to make sure, all right, everybody got 15 credit hours. Everybody, their schedule is the right schedule, making sure that they on track to graduate, making sure they taking classes they need. So the academic piece is a lot more demanding at that. Obviously, once you get to prep school and college, you got a difference in resources. So with Dillard, I got a weight room. I got a gym access 24 hours. I got support people, meaning the people that need to help them with tutoring. They could go get help with tutoring. I ain't even got to worry about that. Monetary traveling. Like when I was doing prep school, I was driving the van. I was going to get the van, pick up the van and rent it, go and drive it, pick up all the kids, drop them off, drive to the games. Like I was doing the whole nine, scheduling games. Like I did everything. Yeah. At Dillard, I don't have to do everything as much. So, that's a big help. Still, with it being a small college, there are some challenges and stuff that you see at both levels that are the same. Like financially, they both, you both run into some stuff at times. But for the most part, yeah, it's just a difference in having a set established facility could just make a big difference between prep school and college. Yeah. And then the level of talent you're able to recruit too. Yeah. Because, you got a name behind you when you at a college level. At the prep school, like I said, that was a startup. I was the name going off of me, basically. Like, I'm coming to run this.
So it's something like JUCO?
Yeah, it's similar to JUCO. They don't use a year eligibility. So they still got 4 years. So they can go prep school and then still go be a freshman. Yeah. So.
I got you. So what do you feel the biggest misunderstanding people have about sports?
I feel like the biggest misunderstanding that they have is that, one, how time consuming it is. Mm-hmm. Like, especially, being...
If you want to be great.
Yeah, if you want to be great.
Especially how good you want to be.
Like, if you want to be great, it really takes sacrifice of time. Mm-hmm. Like, Bryce could tell you, like, even coming up in high school, like, there was times I got to go to the gym first. Like, you have to make that sacrifice. Or there was times where it's like, I can't go this weekend because we got a game coming up. Like, I got to get my rest. Like, you really got to be dedicated to your craft if that's what you want to do for real. Yeah. Even now, like I'm saying, like working in sports, I do not have that much free time. Like how people think so. Like
I think now you take it way more serious than you did in high school.
I think I did take it serious.
You were never available. Ever. When I opened Find My, you at Dillard. You be at Dillard all day.
But okay.
On Sundays. Yeah. All day.
I do. I think so. Yes, you're right. I do take it more serious now than what I did in high school. But I'm saying in high school, it was more so like I just knew I had to go get my work in at that point because I was still striving for something. Like now, I'm still striving for something. Like Dillard is not my end all be all. Mm-hmm. It's more so like I'm trying to establish a new culture at Dillard. Like that's what I'm trying to do with work ethic wise and just everything, like how they approach basketball, everything. So now it's like I have to live out what I practice, what I preach, basically. Yeah. So that's why when you say like you see me there on Sundays, I'm getting stuff done on Sunday that I really could do Monday, but I got to go do it on Sunday to show them like this is the dedication it takes for what you need to get done. Like I'm gonna handle my business today so that tomorrow I can go and handle something else and I just get stuff done. But back to the original point of just the time it takes, like probably like 8 hours, that's what we required to put in. I probably work maybe some days I'm working 12, 13 hours in a day. Mm. And it's not because I want to. It's because that's what's required. Like I gotta stay there and get stuff done. So that's from the work perspective. From the alley perspective, like I said, misunderstanding of how much time. Like even an hour a day, 5 days out the week, gonna put you so much more ahead than just going in 3 hours a week. Mm-hmm. Like the time in it all adds up.
Yeah.
So,
and you get out what you put in.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything you put in, you get out.
Definitely. I think another misunderstanding that people have is like, this shit not easy as it look.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they got a bunch of kids out there that, yes, you're killing at the level, your high school level that you at. But just because you killing at that level don't mean you could come in and kill at this college level.
And that's something I always be talking about.
Yeah.
Like me and my dad always talk about that. Because it'd be like, you could be amazing in high school, go to college, you got another role. They already got their man. So are you going to try to beat their man or are you going to handle your role? And then once you go past that, if you make it to the league, now you're in the league. You still ain't the best. They already got their person. Yep. So you're going to handle this role to stay and keep playing? Or you're going to try to fight the top person? But a lot of times you ain't going to be able to fight the top person unless you really like that.
Right. Like,
and a lot of people really ain't like that than you think they are.
They're not.
Yeah.
Like a lot of freshmen that come into college, not playing.
Yeah.
I don't care what level you at, you're not playing. Unless you're really that good. Because nowadays you got 18-year-olds trying to go up against 23-year-olds. Like, at the end of the day, you got to go beat out. That's a 23-year-old man. He could be working, but he's still in college.
Yeah.
You not about to go beat out him because he done been there. He done been in the system. Like, understand stuff.
Especially if your IQ ain't where it need to be.
Right. So I think the misunderstanding of just that, like, when you go to college and it's just supposed to be, okay, I'm here. Like, I've arrived. No. Work is just beginning. So they got so much more to come.
And then once you go to the next level, it's just starting all over again.
Because every year, a coach's job is literally to over-recruit you. So while I may tell you all of this to get you here, I'm going to tell all the same thing to somebody else next year that's coming to take your spot or come and compete for your spot. So,
and that's another thing you got to understand. Somebody always come behind you.
Somebody always come behind you. And you definitely replaceable.
Yeah.
Like people...
It's like a job.
It's like a job.
Everybody is replaceable.
Yeah.
You can't always
but you
be
gotta
gone.
think, like, they don't understand that going in. They think, I just got to get to college.
Yeah.
And once I get there, I'm good.
But no.
But no, that's when you start getting the real world situations now. So.
Yeah. And like you said, you can easily go.
Right.
Everybody could go. Right. You hurt your leg, nobody care about that. We find the next person. Like nobody, like, it's just like nobody care. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Right.
But
true, I think like the coach, that's his livelihood. It's his job on the line too. Like if he not in there winning and bringing
he gonna get replaced.
Yeah, he get replaced. So it's a chain of reaction.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody gotta do their part.
Yeah. What made you want to get into coach and coach your son?
Like you said, wanted to connect. Just find another way to connect with him. And then I could tell that he liked it. But really, my youngest, Dre, he gonna be better than Drew. I see it already.
Already?
Yeah, already. Because he actually, like Drew, he like football. He thinks he
think he Justin Jefferson.
He thinks he likes football.
No, like he think he Justin Jefferson.
But like Dre, like he already be dribbling. He be shooting on the goal, on the door and all that. Like I even got a video. Drew was at practice, shooting on the goal, right? Dre dribbling up the court, shooting. He ain't going nowhere near the net, but he's still shooting it like it's gonna go up there every time. He catching the shooting. I'm like, yeah, he gonna be right. Because he already understand just watching Drew. Drew still learning how to play, but the more he play, the better he gonna get with it. He's still gonna be good though. But
does it create a desire for you to seek coaching, or is it strictly just for your kids?
I wouldn't mind coaching, honestly. I really wouldn't.
I could see it for you.
I could too. Because I say this because
I don't think you can manage the time commitment. But like you as a person, I can see
you being a middle school coach.
I say I like to. Well, I'm gonna say from coaching Drew and his little team, I like seeing the kids that don't know how to play and not that good, teaching them what to do and how to dribble, how to shoot, just the simple basics of basketball. And then when I was coaching them, I made sure I put everybody in position to where everybody gonna try to score. Even if you're the saddest person on the team, I must have a place drawn up. You stand right there by the goal. They pass you the ball. You better catch it and shoot. And then, like, one of the little boys, like, he caught it and scored. Like, he was happy. Like, that made my day because he was tiny. Like, nobody pay attention to him. They're like, oh, yeah, he don't need to be playing. But at the same time, he's going to try to score like everybody else. Right. I wasn't worried about winning. Like, yeah, we was winning. But at the same time, I want everybody to get better. So I say I do the younger ages. The
younger age?
Yeah. But I mean, if I could catch people who already know what to do and help them out, I'd do that too. But it's very challenging though. Because like the things I see, I get upset, but I can't because they still kids.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm coaching you, no, if I'm going to the baseline, cut to the goal. Right. You know that. But a lot of them, they just standing right there, then everybody in one spot, turn over, going the other way. I'm like, oh, bro. But just teaching them just the basic of basketball. I love doing that.
Yeah. Put this on camera. I swear to you, God knew what he was doing when he didn't make me 6 feet. Because if I was 6 feet, boy, I would have been I would have been better than what I could have been.
Yeah.
But aside from that.
But like, you still could have been though. Yeah, but you ain't know it.
I ain't know it, right.
Then you ain't know.
And all right, so I feel some just think like I was discredited, like I was put at the 2 like in high school because I could shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Right? So when I got to college, the first thing they did, well, I took it upon myself to red shirt, but still, first thing they did was, oh no, like you gotta be a point guard. And it's not that I didn't know how to be a point guard. I've been a point guard my whole life. It's just once I got to high school, I became a shooting guard. And I had that mentality going. So when I got to college, I'm telling people, man, I played a 2. I'm going to shoot the ball. Yeah. And it was, no, Kobe, you got to run the team now. So like.
And that's one of the things that high school basketball do mess up their players with. You got to find the best thing what your player need and what the team need.
Right.
And then put that together.
Yeah.
And they don't really know how to find the right thing for that right player to do for it to work with this team.
Right now, if you 6'2" plus, you playing post.
Yeah, that's how I was. Like I go from Atlanta playing shooting guard, then come out here playing center. Like I was 6 foot. Like I wasn't even 6'2" yet. Like I was 6 foot playing 6 foot 170 playing center.
We don't make basketball bodies here.
Right.
Yeah, we make niggas that
receivers.
Not trees, so.
We make receivers.
we really do.
We make defensive ends and linebackers. Like,
yeah, but I say we do make basketball body. We just don't make those bodies in the players.
We make athletic guards. We don't make big.
Yeah.
We don't make big. If you are big, you're gonna play football.
Yeah.
You're gonna play tight end.
Facts.
You're gonna play tight end.
That's true.
But for us to be working, and you can run 5 out. Even though like there's different ways to do it. There's coaches, like you said, coaches in high school don't do
it right.
They don't do it right.
I think that especially with high school, like the real emphasis got to be in the teaching. Like you gotta teach. You gotta be willing to teach. If you're not willing to teach and you just want them to get out there and just run some stuff because you said to run it or just run this how it's supposed to be like this, that's not gonna work for you. Yeah. And that's only gonna get you so far. So, like still being young, being able to connect with the kids, like I feel like it wouldn't be no problem for me to just go right into high school. Hey, this what we need to. This how I want to do it. This why we want to do it. If you give them the why behind the what, it also helps build that buy-in.
For sure.
Like, cause you get that trust.
Yeah.
Like,
and they know that you ain't just worried about winning.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be easier going like in reverse age wise? Because usually people start younger and coach up. You went from college going back down into high school. Because now you dealing with dudes that's not too much younger than you.
Right.
You want to go toe to toe and all that.
I think it could start off as a challenge just because, like you said, they're going to try to use that age against you. But with, like I said, the connectivity, being able to relate to them and connect with them, that transition, that minimizes some of the problems you have. I don't think that it's too much of them gonna be like if you are younger, that they gonna test you as much?
No, I'm saying in reverse. The college ones are testing you because y'all around the same age.
Yeah, the college ones definitely do test you, but the same thing. So like when I first got to Dillard, that was one of the problems that my coach had with me being young. He like, some of the dudes you gonna coach are your age, and I'm like, okay, like that's fine. Had to pull out the resume on them too. Like, bro, you're 23, you're still in college. At 23, I did this, and this, and they like, well, dang, all right. Like, all right, I can't really tell you nothing. Yeah. And then, but see, so my method is I'm gonna always connect with them through the gym. So I'm gonna get you in the gym first, and I'm gonna work you out, or I'm gonna provide a service to you first, so that you in there, you get comfortable, and we gonna talk that whole time while we doing our work. So I'm gonna get to know you. I'm gonna get to see your work. I'm gonna make some improvements. I'm gonna critique you, whatever. But we building that trust that whole time that we in the gym or we working. Right. Like it's not like I'm just gonna come in there first practice, never have spoken to you and start telling you to do stuff. Yeah. Cause you're gonna look at me like, yeah, they're gonna make it down the list. Yeah, like, bro, you supposed to be over here with me. Yeah. And then I was like, no, I'm the coach. Yeah, it's all right, let's connect first. Right. And then let's figure out how we're gonna do that. So yeah, I don't think it's too much of a challenge. You just got to know how you go in there. It's all about how you approach it, though. Like,
so what about the basketball club that you a part of?
Right, all right. So Pro Skills Basketball. So that's a national organization. They just expanded it to New Orleans. So that's how I got hooked up with that. They actually reached out to me, asking if I'd be interested in starting it up and running it for the whole city of New Orleans. And at first, I'm not even gonna like being honest, I wasn't even interested in it. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like too much work. Mm-hmm. But then once I sent it to my dad, he was like, I think you should take a look at it. So I really looked into it and I'm like, dang, this could be my own version of Back to Basics. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, all right, cool. So what it is it's like a European style model of basketball. So it's an 8-month membership. It's a membership that you get. So in that membership, that comes with training sessions, that comes with AAU, or we call them club teams just because we stay local. We don't really do a lot of like outside travel as much as AAU. You got clinics. So we do defensive clinics, like offensive clinics, specific skill clinics on weekends where we not playing. Comes with that. It comes with camps. We want to do some camps in the summer. Mm-hmm. Get them as a member. You get access to that. It comes with it's all type. It's comprehensive. Like everything you need as far as in basketball. That's what comes with the club membership. So with that, that's what I got 3rd grade all the way up through 10th grade, and that's just really, like I said, just getting kids in, making it basketball, making it a fun basketball experience for them. Yeah. Because growing up, like I was fortunate to play for some good AAU teams, or I was fortunate enough to go, train with good players or good trainers. So bringing all of that in one is really cool, and I'm just excited to get it started.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But make sure you send me the website for it. So definitely. I'm going to put in the description for the episode.
Definitely.
To get out there some more.
Definitely. If y'all know anybody, send your cousins, your brothers, your nephews, nieces, girls too. Don't think it's only limited to boys. It's girls too.
We're trying to make WNBA legends as well.
Yeah. And in the first year, we're not doing girls club teams, but we definitely want girls to come in and train with us and do all of that because, man, we just want to grow basketball the right way.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna send Drew over there.
Definitely. Oh, Drew wasn't gonna have no option. He was coming. Like once he got of age, he coming through.
Right. He got 2 years left. You said 3rd grade, right?
3rd grade.
Yeah, he got 2 years left. Yeah. He'll be 7 this year. That's another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. Man, open, honest, vulnerable. Tune in next week. And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.